Images and data are mapped across the screens to prioritize critical data in front of the driver, environmental information in the middle, and passenger content over to the right. Millennials are used to really good visuals in a lot of the media they consume and the devices they use every day. So we leveraged real-time 3D graphics and animations that help the driver quickly grasp essential information. These 3D graphics are especially effective in creating very descriptive visuals to represent surrounding traffic, highway ramps, visuals, all in real time. And that's critical for autonomous driving. The use of 3D graphics also helped us design a sense of spatial awareness, so that the car more effectively communicates what's going on around you in ways that you can quickly understand. The UI is also contextually intelligent, feeding you the right information right when you need it. For example, in an emergency, everything can shift red if the car senses danger, such as a car stalled ahead. Audio plays a big role too. Like when an ambulance is approaching, we can amplify the siren just for the driver. We can even position the audio to indicate the direction that it might be coming from. Of course, drivers can preset all their information so the information is arranged exactly how they like, or kept at a minimum until requested. Content can be summoned using steering wheel controls, touch controls, or simply by asking for it using voice recognition. We've designed the cabin with all passengers in mind, and sharing's a big thing with my generation. So this car enables passengers to engage in social media, to share their music, their games with each other from their personal devices. A large community display is also mounted overhead. It's accessible to passengers in the second and third rows. And this really helps communicate important information to everyone in the vehicle, which is great for things like e-commerce, for example. When In-N-Out Burger is not too far away and everyone's really picky about their order, everyone can just use their phones. In fact, that's something we're particularly proud of. This vehicle's BYOD, bring your own device. So we offer up to 8 docking stations located on the instrument panel and on each seat that could be used for charging and securing devices. And as Cindy said, vehicle design for millennials should grow with them. It needs to perform well in all contexts of their various stages in life. And by being device agnostic, we make this possible. You don't want a car manufacturer telling you what devices to use. You need a car that integrates everything you already have. The cabin is equipped for plug and play, the seamless integration of cameras, wearables, and plenty of other accessories that can come later down the line. For example, this means that new parents can start out by plugging in a baby monitor in the back and then accessing video up front. That same feed works with a baby Einstein tablet that keeps a toddler happy. That's all I'm told. And the system lets the kid graduate to an Xbox or PlayStation in short order without needing to buy anything. Taking a road trip with friends, the car is also equipped with multiple cameras that not only help you safe park and drive, but let you create your own carpool karaoke videos while you ride with your friends. And the side view mirrors have also evolved into modular 360-degree cameras that feed video to the occupants as well. We've even designed PZA, personal zone audio, to keep everyone happy and headphone-free in their own sound bubbles. So the little one in the back can watch the Muppets while mom and dad rock out to Nickelback, and you, the driver, can tune it all out. You're welcome. So what are some other ways we've imagined this concept could interact with through various life stages? Well, seeing is believing.
I'm Matt Dunford, exterior designer at FCA, and today it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Chrysler Portal concept. When I first started thinking about the exterior design for this concept, I was inspired by architectural designs for homes, both traditional and contemporary, and particularly the entrance. Primarily because everything about a design experience starts when you step through that door. This distinct, bold design began literally with the shape of the side door. As automotive designers, we traditionally try our best to hide it, but here the doors are the theme. And it's less about the surface and more about the proportions and graphics, the sweetness of the profile, and the relationship to the interior volume. With this portal concept, the defining focal point is the entrance, highlighted by this iconic shape. And I admit it, the team fell in love with how the portal acted sort of as the focal point, how it naturally invites you into the car. And everything about the exterior design is connected by the shape of these doors. And this fulfills our design concept of what we call a third space. A space where millennials will feel at home and inspired. Because the exterior design wraps that interior volume as closely, as efficiently, and as beautifully as possible, creating a harmonious relationship between the two. This is the first time, in my experience, that light has been used to this extent as an automotive exterior design element, beyond, let's say, your traditional headlamps or tail lamps. And while it looks pretty cool, it's also functional too. The light acts almost as the car's voice, to communicate in ways people can easily understand. The colors are infinitely adjustable across the full spectrum of light, so you can not only customize your look, but use the shade of illumination as a signal. Maybe consider how this portal feature can make your life a little bit better. Let's say you're waiting for an Uber, or your friend is meeting you at the game and the parking lot is full of tailgaters, right? With a simple text, you can let them know, hey, watch for the green portal. The portal concept will default to a set color whenever it's in autonomous driving mode, so that it's communicating with other cars around it. And in the spirit of full disclosure, this door design also speaks to my own personal pet peeve as a 95th percentile male, which is technical lingo for pretty tall. I hate bumping and rubbing my shoulders and feeling a bit like Quasimodo when I lose a calling shotgun, which happens a lot in my case. The challenge, though, is getting around the B-pillar. The B-pillar is that piece of structural steel usually found between the doors, that thing you have to wiggle around to get into the back seat. So to solve this issue, we shifted the structure of the B-pillar to the door, and it slides out of the way with the doors when you don't need it. You can easily hop inside for better ingress and egress. Oh, and by the way, the opening here is 5 feet wide, so loading from curbside is easy breezy. With the doors closed, it's easy to notice the high water line here, set well above the fenders, to visually make the car look light but stable, and to anchor the dominant portal shapes. The stance is athletic in nature, planted with very little overhang, ideal proportions for us. Ashley will tell you a little bit more about how we make this possible, but it's the overall balance that's key here. The car looks streamlined, lighter and leaner. The maximized 21-inch wheels are pushed out flush with the simply draped fender flares, which creates a visual lightness and agility that is unusual for this segment of vehicle, and I think that's pretty cool. You can see how we have this structural floating panel on the side surrounded by glass, which is kind of like an island, and that complements its surroundings and protects the occupants. And aesthetically, it ties the car together from front to rear, complementing all of the simple, clean, curved profiles you see. The overall effect of these island-like panels is to make it look as if the car is wrapped in glass. The exterior is also inspired by minimalist shapes and forms you see in everyday tech objects like your phones or laptops and devices. This interplay of transparent and solid panels helps the car feel more light and bright, inside and out. In fact, even the roof is a transparent canopy. And for structural integrity, we use what we call a carbon fiber experts, which is visible through the glass to maximize rigidity and save weight. And it actually mimics initial engineering loan studies we experimented with in the computer. And for the interior, it delivers specific pools of sunlight to each of the passengers, giving them their own personal skyline. The floating panel motif is repeated in the front here, but with more of a face to give the car a sense of direction. Here we're going for a look that is both efficient and approachable. The floating panel works like a grill. for kind of a setting for what we call an evolved Chrysler lean badge. Headlamps use next generation thin lens LED technology with an adaptive driving beam which improves visibility by adjusting to driving conditions. Now as we move to the back of the car, you can see we've integrated the floating panel theme here, integrating into the hatch with a C-shaped lighting feature that cradles it. There's also a storage bin built into the liftgate, activated by proximity sensing, of course. That can hold things like muddy shoes or a wet swimsuit, stuff you don't really want inside your car. And when activated, the drawer opens swiftly for the user and stows away flush as if it were never there. Dreaming and aspiring to capture beauty and function together really allowed us, the team, to bring our vision for the future of millennial mobility to life. Unfortunately, my time is up, but here's Ashley to tell you a little bit more about how we achieved this goal with a distinctive, integrative solution. Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. You probably have already picked up on a few things that make the Portal concept distinctive. It has a flat low floor, lots of interior room, minimal overhangs both front and rear, and an obsessive focus on giving millennials the value and flexibility that they demand.